Today I'm going to show you how to make sauerkraut. So we're going to start with a really good organic head of cabbage. You're going to need some good old-fashioned sea salt, not iodized. You're going to want some sort of a fermenting lid. I like this one by Nourished Essentials because I can spin to the date and then I remember which date I started the sauerkraut on. You're going to want a bowl, a good knife, and a tablespoon. All right, so we're gonna get started. And the first thing we wanna do is we wanna remove all of the dirty, icky leaves because we don't wanna contaminate our sauerkraut with any dirt. So I'm just gonna peel those off and we're gonna just cut away this nasty looking core. And when we've got a nice clean product, then we're just gonna cut little tiny pieces. And so I'm making really thin slices, and then I'm gonna take those really thin slices and cut them into even smaller pieces. And we're gonna put the whole cabbage into the bowl here. You can see I've got some I've already done. And we just keep cutting into really small pieces until we've got the whole cabbage in the bowl. When you've got the whole cabbage in the bowl, and I try to estimate about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of cabbage, then you're gonna add your salt. And you add about 1 tablespoon of salt, give or take, to about 1.5 pounds of cabbage. So there is my tablespoon of salt. You're just gonna sprinkle it over, and then you're gonna rub it in, massage it in with your hands until the salt has coated all of the cabbage. And it's kind of messy, but when we get everything sort of coated in salt, you'll be able to feel the moisture coming out of the cabbage. And when we have that sort of all mixed in there, we just set it aside for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you'll come back to your bowl and you'll notice that there's a lot of moisture to your cabbage. At this point, we're going to begin mashing, and we just mash the cabbage until we've got liquid essentially covering all of the cabbage. And when you're at that point, and this bowl I worked on earlier, so it looks like it's in a pretty good spot. When you're at that spot, then you're just going to spoon it into your jars. So I just use my hands for this right over the jar so that I don't get cabbage all over the kitchen. And we're gonna pack it down in there really well, leaving about 1 inch at the top for a little gas breathing room. And when we've got it really good and packed in there, then we're gonna take, I saved some big pieces from the outer layer of my cabbage, and I'm just gonna tuck that over the top of my chopped cabbage. Spin my lid on. Well, in a perfect world, that would have gone right the first time. Set the date to the 17th, that's today, and stick it in the cupboard for a couple of weeks. In about 2 weeks, you will have an incredible, delicious, naturally fermented sauerkraut. That's it.